This is one of the most deceptive things I have ever seen.
Employer is saying to workers, we cannot give anything above 4% and we cannot accede to the demands because there are other demands that we have made, like 13 check, once-off bonus, notch increases or pay progression. We have also said give workers an option to cash 5 days from their leaves so that workers are relieved and they don't also forfeit their leave.
South African unions are traitors to their members. They are traitors to the nations, unpatriotic and selfish while they use their loud voices and big numbers to drive the country into the ground. Before we continue, please like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm Katla welcoming you to Citizen Concerned, and remember to beware of the comrades. So NEHAWU is protesting. Why are they protesting? They don't like the fact that they were offered a 4% increase this year. Imagine, in this economic climate, someone who has a job is crying about not getting a 4% increase. I didn't get a bonus this year, last year or the year before that. I did not even get an increase this year. If the employer says there's no money for bonuses or increases, what am I supposed to do? Doi to get what I want. The South African unions have been spoiled and they think whatever they want is whatever they should get. I want an increase too. I want a bonus too. All of us are struggling. The money we are all getting is not enough. We are all on the same bus. You are not alone in your suffering. But there's one thing that irritates me about your protest. I'll get to that later, don't worry. What was the response from the representative of the institution? Listen to this.
We've seen a significant decline in the number in the overall government funding. So the amount in the grants that we've received from government, we've seen a decline in our ability to increase tuition fees because of the capping that the minister has placed on the increases of tuition fees. And then there's the all-important student debt, the increase in student debt, which is currently at the University of Pretoria probably around more than R500 million and increasing. So that's all put a lot of pressure. And then we shouldn't forget about the load shedding, of course. Last year alone, the university spent in excess of 80 million rand on keeping our generators running. So that's a huge amount coming off our budget. And we haven't planned for that.
Well, those are also valid points, are they not? What are you doing about that? What are you saying about the impact that these economic difficulties mentioned are having on the university's wallet? In all your protests, you are not addressing the difficulties in the economy. In all your complaints and worries, you are acting as though this university is sitting on a load of money. You are not addressing the fact that they are not getting enough funding. You are not addressing the fact that they must spend money on generators to curb the effects of load shedding. Does that not matter in your protests?
Look, 4% is definitely not good enough from where we're sitting, because just as they can cite those issues that they are citing, which, by the way, they've got nothing to do with us as the unions and the workers, the same impact of load shedding they are feeling, we're also feeling it. It's not only them. The economic impact they are crying about, we are also feeling it. We are subject to a very high cost of living. Inflation has gone up. Our salaries are unable to keep up with the cost of living. I mean, the interest rates are low. They've been on the upward trend, even though they are stabilizing now, but since about 2 to 3 years, people that were paying a bond of R1 million 2 to 3 years ago are able to pay 3,000 extra. Fuel is up, food is up, petrol, tuition is up.
The reason why you're unwilling to use logic in your protests is because you know you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem, and this is the irritating thing I was talking about. Last year, you, NEHAWU, had the audacity to say you would campaign for the ANC, when you know very well the damage the ANC has caused in the country. The salaries are not increasing. Do you know why? Because of the ANC. There are fewer jobs out here. Do you know why? Because of the ANC. Companies are closing down due to load shedding. Do you know why? Because of the ANC.
Some of the employees who took part in the demonstration include security personnel, administrators and cleaners.
4%.
This proposed 4% doesn't sit well with us as workers because there's inflation, prices have gone up, and it has been difficult. How do they expect us to survive with a mere 4%?
We can't pay tuition fees, we can't go to work, you know what I mean? So it's pretty difficult, And I think it was very unnecessary for this movement to happen.
4%. This 4% is not acceptable because we have kids. Now we can't even afford to buy them what they want. We don't even have money to take our children to universities like UP.
You as NEHAWU members are not alone in all this. You are suffering with the rest of us. You are hungry like the rest of us. But when it's time to vote, you are doing what your leaders in the union are saying. COSATU is another trade union that does not care. You, the union members, are being used by union leaders to support the ANC. If the unions and their leaders really wanted what is best for its members, they would deal with the causes of retrenchments, no bonuses and no increases, which is who? Their friends, the ANC. Why then do they still support the ANC and motivate others to do the same? What is the logic there? You are in a group of unions that is failing to use their influence to change our country for the better. Maybe they are changing their own pockets and own lives for the better. Who knows?
COSATU says the 2024 elections pose a serious dilemma for the union. The Trade Union Federation says it will not dump the ruling party ahead of the national elections next year. COSATU says the alliance needs to ensure that all preparations for the decisive victory are executed.
We are not dumping anyone. COSATU 14th National Congress did not make any resolution on not supporting the ANC. In the CEC, we spoke about us preparing for the 2024 elections in support of the ANC for its total victory.
Just now, ArcelorMittal was going to retrench more than 3,500 people from their jobs. ArcelorMittal said that it is all because of load shedding and Transnet, and all you can say is that the government must do something to save the jobs. Are you not paying attention? The company is saying that this is all because of ANC mismanagement. But no, you don't care. You are just in the same WhatsApp group with ANC. COSATU and NEHAWU leaders are just as dirty, just as corrupt as the ANC, it seems. You are sacrificing your union members to please the ANC. No matter how many union members lose their jobs, you don't care because you get your salaries anyway. You get kickbacks possibly. You get favors possibly from the ANC, and who knows why else you defend them so much. Many people are unemployed. Many people are losing jobs. Many companies are closing down. But you as unions are never addressing the reasons behind all these tragedies. What is an increase in the face of being fired and going hungry? What is a bonus when compared to clothes, food, and shelter for your children? Yes, we all want raises. Yes, we all want bonuses, but everything is on the line. We could lose it all if the ANC stays in power. You need to wake up as a union members. You need to stop being used by these COSATU leaders. Do you know what they have been promised or given by the ANC for them to start telling you to vote for the ANC? These people are all sellouts. Do you know what deals are in the background that make these people endorse the ANC? They don't care about any of us. Any person with a head on his shoulders can see that the ANC is destroying this country, and yet NEHAWU, COSATU, SAMU come out here and tell you that you should vote for the ANC. How? Some of you are even supporting fees must fall. Where will you get the salary from if fees fall? The taxes that are collected have a purpose. The government needs to fund hospitals. It needs to fix potholes, and you saw almost more billions are being given to Eskom and Transnet to fix them. So tell me, if fees fall, where will your bonus and your salaries and increases come from? ANC is responsible for load shedding. NSFAS is not paying tuition on time. NSFAS is not paying accommodation fees on time. So tell me, where will the money come from? Please stop listening to the leaders of your unions. They have sold you out. They get something from hanging out with the ANC people, and that's why they use you to vote for the ANC. Please wake up, dear union members. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like the video and share it. Join the channel membership if you think that what we are doing here is of value. I'm Katla. This is Citizen Concerned. And until next time, beware of the comrades.